Okay, welcome back everybody to Let's Paint TV. Let's let everyone know we're here. Spread the word. Let's see. Let's go up here. Boom. Command B. Boom. Let's go up here. Post. That's it. There we go. That should work for us. Oh, excuse me. All right. Thanks again for being here. It's Let's Paint TV. I'm your host, Mr. Let's Paint. Thanks again. One more thing. Boom. Welcome to the show. Let's Paint TV is in the house. Taking your calls. Lone Deer. Lone Deer is hi Lone Deer. How you doing? All right. Thanks again for being here. We are happy. Mike is a bit quiet. Oh shoot. All right, let's move that. Let's mess around with the mic then. Always a problem here, as you well know, here on the program. Always got some problems with the mic not being loud enough or something. Okay, I know. Always the damn computer is the culprit, I believe. So let's move up the output volume on the sound or input. Is it the input or is it the output? I guess it's my input. There, that's going to be better, right? How does that? How am I? How are we doing now? That's better, isn't it? I can see it bouncing quite fantastically. So we're doing good there, I think. Thanks for the update. Thanks for the interaction, which is of course what we like here on the program, is to interact. We're taking your calls, 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516. I believe we'll be taking your calls right after these important messages that are non-existent by virtue that there are no commercials, but we could be putting a commercial in here, though we don't have anything available. So worked on this painting last night. It's a ongoing painting of my baseball card / basketball / football. This is the Phoenix Suns basketball team. And it is done. We did it. We're done with it. I do see some other things we could do with it, but I think we'll move on to something else. If we could, if you don't mind, we can put down our brushes, put down our paints, put down our thoughts, put our thoughts down on paper. Maybe this is the time to do that. Maybe not paint, but actually just try to eloquently equate what it's all about with paper and pencil. No? No. Oh, yeah, I don't feel like doing that either. I'd rather paint, guys. I'm a painter at heart. Though I must say, it's nice to take a break. It's to take a break from painting, take a break from the elements, the elemental process that one has to give, to offer, to project, to assimilate, to be all you can be, is really what it's all about. All together now. All we got is love. Deep down, that's what we really are. Deep down, we are just nothing but big old cuddly, lovable creatures. Aren't we? Aren't we now? We really are. I mean, we really could be. Deep down, I think we really are. If we go back to that time when we were little kids, under the protection of our mother, that was some serious love, wasn't that? That was the most beautiful part of the safety zone. Safety dance. Yes. Well, guys, we can bring that back. Let's bring that back. Let's bring back the love that we all have somewhere in us. It is. It's sort of like chicken pox. It is lays dormant in us all, and like chicken pox, we can create a nice nasty shingles, blemish, scar, rash, whatever you want to call it. I guess that we have to, for me, I guess I have to look forward to that, maybe at some point, since I did have chicken pox, or 1 in 3. 1 in 3, isn't that right? 1 in 3 of us are capable of having the lovely experience of shingles, last as long as a month. Okay, I learned all this stuff on the watching TV, a commercial for a particular product. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what the name of it was, but it is making the rounds. Shingles, and also the particular product that you're supposed to put on your shingles, or I don't know if it's a. I think it's more of a pill. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's an ointment that you would put on top of the shingles. Man, that man. All right, 818-528-4516. We are talking about really whatever is. We're really cleaning house, cleaning my head, and I got a lot of snot. So if I stuck in my head somewhere, and if by chance I have to blow my nose, by golly, I will, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop doing what I do just because I'm not feeling it. No one cares. No one cares if you're feeling it or not. I don't care. You don't care. So let's not care and keep going. All right, 818-528-4516. Shingles be gone, says a lone deer. That's a new call sign. What do you call those things? A surname. Handle. That's a handle. That's right. It's a handle. Well, guys, it's Let's Paint TV. Thanks again for being here. We had a big. We were gone for the whole week, actually, weren't we? That's right. We were gone for the whole week, and now we're back. I don't know if you noticed. I got my hands free, and I am not changing the camera shots. It's all automatic. We've auto-mechanic, fellatio, mobile. Auto, Dix. All right. Anyway, so we're not having to change camera shots, so hopefully it makes it a little more fun for you to enjoy multiple camera shots. I'm a longtime fan, just with a different name. All right, Lone Deer. Fantastic. That is fantastic. All right. Anyway, so without further ado, I see that there are some camera issues still that that maybe I need to. I guess one or two camera shots. I'm being a little more. Precise in what I'm, we start getting intricate, and we're trying to figure out things that we might want to better ourselves, and that's a kind of a. So what I'm saying is that there is a camera shot that looks like it could be fixed in my automizing. And at some point we will be going on autopilot. And that's where that is the true zenith of the possibilities that are in store, that we seek out, that we want to get to in our picture plane, in our idiosyncrasies that exist within our output as human beings, as a human being. Wouldn't it be nice to just be on autopilot? There is something nice, I gotta say. There is something nice about being on autopilot without putting much thought into anything and just go through the motions. Guys, why not? Gals, why not? Go through the motions. Let's stop overthinking. Let's stop overanalyzing everything, and let's go with the flow, Joe. Let's go with it. That was good. It felt like it had a lot of zest, and it went far. Autoerotic painting. Yes, we have gone automated, Maggie. Without, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could start on another painting since I feel as if I couldn't continue on. There's a part of me that thinks that I can't continue on talking nonsense, but I suspect I probably could, because we go with the flow. We are on autopilot. Okay. But I am selfish. I am productive. Is being productive being selfish? Am I just am I just wasting more space? Am I just making another object? Am I 5? CIA? MI5? CIA? 818-528-4516. KGB. Is the KGB still around? I don't really quite know if it is or not. All right, or do they have a different name? Sorry, forgive me for all this spitting I've been doing. I can't help it. It's just kind of popping out, and we do let it out here, as you know. At times we do try to let out whatever is inside of us. And right now, I am full of loogies. I just got one big loogie fest somewhere in my head. Not as bad as the other week where I was sneezing. Sometimes I get these allergies. Sometimes it can be so bad the allergies that you consider. I have cutting off my head because it's just so annoying. Now, in reality, you probably don't want to cut off your head. That would be the end of you. Frankly, though, now, in terms of way to go, it is talking about cutting off people's heads. That might not be such a bad way to go. If we think about it, if you thought about it, and let's not think about this. Let's get out of that subject matter. As the train of thoughts go into the macabre, let's move on and try to paint something here, guys. That's the agenda here. Let's Paint TV. We talk about painting, we talk about life, we talk about whatever may be on your minds. Give us a call, 818-528-4516. We are on autopilot, and I don't know, maybe we'll get some feedback to see if that is a more annoying than not. But I do like the hands-free kind of operation that we have available here. So fantastic. That is what I'm jazzed about. Jazzed as much as one could be jazzed about life as we know it. Day by day, we keep on going. Day by day, keep on trying. Keep on trying. Day by day. Keep going, people. All right, let's move this painting out of here if we can and get another canvas going here. Put this guy down and we'll get another canvas. Another same size, I'd say. Same size. That way, maybe that way one day when we show them, they'll be all conveniently the same size, which might not be a good idea, frankly. Not necessarily a great move to do that, but it could be a move nevertheless. Now I got some reading glasses here that what I'd like to try to do, and I did that with the painting yesterday. With the reading glasses, I was able to really see what the hell's going on, because it is kind of tricky to see what's inside these baseball cards, sports cards, because they are kind of teeny. They are teeny, and of course my eyes are getting I'm at that age where reading glasses might be an option, or should be an option for us as you get going. And then thank goodness for them, but frankly I prefer not to have them. And I'm not, I think actually it's better to fend off the use of reading glasses for as long as possible, because once you get into it, it's almost like once you start, once you get on the train, the reading glass train, you get used to it. Next thing you know, you can't live without it. And we don't want that. That's the last thing I want in my life, is to have all this extra baggage And then when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I don't have all my baggage with me, I can't operate. I want to be able to operate without nothing, just naked, my naked self. I want to be able to like start a fire. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to feel like I got, oh, where's my bag of tricks? I need my bag of tricks to survive. No, I want to be able to always have I want to be able to do everything that I need to do without all these little added things that have become necessary to survive. That's why I don't want these glasses, but I have them, and they're kind of fun to use. But like I said, I'm going to try to avoid it to some degree. But in this case, these are really quite helpful, I got to say. Okay, so let's get some gloves on here. 818. We're going to paint this. It's another baseball card, though it's really a basketball card. And but you know, for some reason, the term baseball card is more universally accepted, as opposed to, see, and this is very dizzy too. If you look far away and then look close up with these glasses, I don't like these. But anyway, it's kind of fun actually. It's kind of a fun challenge on some levels too. So maybe it ain't such a bad idea. Anyway, this most people think of, or I think of cards as baseball cards when they're not necessarily all baseball cards. So anyway, I'm just going to go here and put blue down where I see the blue, guys, to get started here. So that's what we're doing right now. Put some blue down. All right. Don't worry if it's going to fall out. Do whatever you got to do. It is fine. It's all good in the neighborhood. Let's Paint TV neighborhood, 818-528-4516. If you have any questions, and if not, then forever hold your upper lip, bite your lip, and if you got something really, you know, if you got something really smart ass to say, yeah, hold off on that, will you? I don't know. If you feel like you need to say something, go ahead. I don't care. Say what you want. We'll take your calls. 818-528-4516. Okay, so now I'm just so blue is where it's at right now, and so I'm not going to get all fancy pants here with what needs or in terms of the structural, the perfect. I'm just kind of keeping it simple in terms of what I think I'm seeing, as opposed to what the correct things that I'm seeing. I'm not worried about it, is what I'm saying. I can come back and fix this, and I will, and I'm most likely going to have to. But I can see that, and already I can fix this by putting the by seeing the right, kind of splitting the picture that we're seeing, and kind of make a decision on where that picture is. I'm talking about the structural analysis of copying something that we're seeing right now, and how to put that on a new canvas, on a new painting, a new thing, and how do you do that when it seems overwhelming, or how do you do it by just sort of half-assing through it? And what I'm saying is, look for the negative space. You know, there's a few options here. Negative space, and also the you know, like I just made a decision, or from observation now, that the blue from the sky actually is about halfway on in the picture of the actual picture I'm copying from, but it is all, so then I put it halfway on my painting. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, and we can do that. One could do that. So we're doing that. It is doable, and we're doing it right now. Okay, so think about that, how those things kind of line up, and then this guy kind of goes down here to the middle too. So there is sort of our relational doohickeys that we can address. And again, don't let the screen door kick you in your ass as you leave this class today. No, don't worry about it not working out or making any sense. That is, we have the technical know-how and wherewithal to fix it and to make some major changes as we go along. It is not necessarily the end of the world as we know it. That is exactly what we're up against. Is always feeling the end of the world, or wow, this is really dizzy spells. Reading glasses are nothing but putting on some dizzy spells. I might as well put on some goofball glasses. I can't see a damn thing, but we can, of course, when we focus in on the small print. But honestly, it is more of a pain than anything else. I think. It is actually kind of neat, though. I kind of like it's a back and forth, as you can imagine. So we are just sort of putting stuff around here and there, making some sense with this. And if you notice, we haven't done anything with the white, and predominantly this is a lot of white here in this picture. It is it's a baseball card. I'm saying baseball, but it's really a sports card. Seattle Supersonics, which, by the way, they're not around anymore, but they were a basketball team for many years. And though they're not around, it's strange that that actually happened. That they picked up shop and moved to Oklahoma, but they did. Okay, and then this is 747. So we kind of blocked in a lot of stuff here. We blocked in a lot of stuff, and now probably should get some white going, and that's where I think I got to go back down to my bag of tricks and get some white paint going on here. But we're not there yet. I'm going to put some of the other colors that I see, and would be kind of fun. A challenge too, with that in mind, a challenge. I like challenges to some degree. Honestly, I don't know if I do like challenges. Who wants a challenge? That's just probably about the biggest fake lie. We want it easy. We don't want no challenge. Why do you want a challenge? That's all difficult and stuff. We're not here to make things difficult for you guys. We're here to make things simple, and the simplicity of life is what it's really about. We don't need a damn I don't need challenges. But having said that, it is kind of neat to try to leave the white from the canvas be the white that we're going to use. But I know I'm not going to keep it that way, but it would be kind of fun to do so on some level, but I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. But it doesn't hurt to kind of operate that, have that in, that could be an option. It's an option that we might want to just maybe incorporating one's life in the painting, into the picture plane, into the dynamics of one's okay. Obviously, I was going nowhere with that, so we'll just leave that alone. Let's go back to the painting here. Sometimes we hit some dead ends. And dead air too, by the way, which is always fun too. Some dead air, which of course is the beauty of Let's Paint TV is that we can do that. We're not obligated to provide anything more than exist here every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon. And as you noticed, we weren't around last week, and that's because of the holidays of sorts. Let's get some new white paint here. We're gonna have to get some more white paint here. This white paint is, well, it's just a little bit too screwed up. So let's just kind of, I guess, move it off to the side. I might be able to use it somewhere else, so maybe I don't have to throw it away, but I probably should. It's always questionable when your white gets dirtied out. Do we throw it all away? Or, you know, some of the old paint that's in your palette. By the way, I'm just going to clean out my palette. It is about due for that. But it is, sometimes it's fun to take that leftover paint, though, and just throw it down on a canvas that you haven't gotten to yet, or you're not sure what you're doing with it, just to get some paint on there. It's kind of a neat approach, but sometimes maybe that's also just a good waste of time. And not to, you know, maybe doesn't do any good. Who knows? Never a rhyme or reason to this thing. At least my thinking is as such. The fact that there is no rhyme or reason. I'm open to that. But it doesn't, after all, have to be just about based on not knowing what you're doing. We can have more clarity in what we end up doing. We can have it all figured out, and we can succeed by doing as such. But I find that personally to be unexciting. Very little chance for anything interesting that comes of the overthought and the well prepared. That's why Jackie Gleason, who I always think of, and slews and endless groups of other people, operatives, always loved to not do any kind of preparation. They just went for it. I love that aspect, as opposed to planning things out. I just that stuff, the planning things out, is not my cup of tea. I'm not interested in that, and yet it is valid. It's a valid operation. But my the bird that swims above the high wires, the power lines, is the bird that catches the worm. Okay, something like that. All right, let's get some white down now. Now I got some, this white got all dirtied up, and that's all right. Now I took those glasses off. They were bothering me, but I might put them back on at some point. 818-528-4516. We are really just aimlessly losing all perspective, and that's good too. There's nothing wrong with being a little lost. And what I like, I gotta say, what I like the best about our procedures, it's a selfish thing, as I mentioned before, that I get a painting out of this, regardless of how maybe pathetic my engagement with you, at least, or possibly perceived, I still get a painting from it. So I'm being a little selfish. But you know, when you get to painting, when it turns out, when ultimately when you are painting, you are being somewhat selfish. I find it to be probably one of the great escapes in life. Not everyone gets into it. Not everyone can get into it because they just somehow didn't get indoctrinated into it. Somehow they got lost long time ago in first grade, kindergarten, whatever it is. They lost the love for painting because they decided that they wanted to rule the world, and to rule the world, forget about painting. Go on and study books and do other things, and so we forget about the joys of painting. There's the joys of cooking, the joys of, is it sex? What was that famous book? The Joy of something. And by golly, guys, there is something wonderful about just putting some paint down. Now, maybe, again, what stops us from doing more of it is because we want to be precise. We want everything to look exactly the way we want it to look like, and so then we give up because it don't look like what we thought we wanted it to look like. And just get over that. You just got to get over that and just let it be wrong. Got to let it be wrong, guys. Let it be wrong. It's all right. And maybe stay with it. And then if you still want to have it precise, there are tricks to make that work better. There's tricks to make things more precision. You can figure out there's tricks, plenty of tricks of the trade. But ultimately, you will find out as you go along what you like about what is going on with your own personal journey in the making of whatever you're doing. In my case, I go back and forth. I have maybe, and a lot of us do this when we start off, when we think it getting kind of serious about the idea of making art. We kind of want to be perfect. It is a natural, probably 9 times out of 10, most people are interested in that pursuit. And I was no different. And it is a combination of being frustrated by that, by seeking out perfection, and not ever really achieving it. And also the discovery. Okay, so we had, okay, I admit I might not have been that great at it in the first place in terms of the perfectionism of sorts, but also I discovered that I liked other aspects to painting that have not much to do with perfectionism, and I'm interested in exploring that, see? And so when you start, so all those namesayers out there's a lot of namesayers who are interested in belittling you and somehow putting you in your place, as marginalize you. Tell them to basically fuck off, basically, because they're missing the point. They're missing the point of one's personal journey in creativity land, right? And they're also missing out on their own discovery. And so there's other discoveries, there's other rationales that can occur, that happen from new investigations that are ultimately have not as much to do with being perfect. I mean, you could still address those thoughts and concerns in the perfection mode, but frankly, you're going to miss quite a lot if you only limit yourself to the kind of almost a illustrative approach to the making of whatever you're trying to make, as a pictorial within the pictorial picture plane. Okay, that says 747. There's more within the paint. There's a lot of relational changes that I find far more interesting than just being true to what you actually are seeing, and that's the point I'm trying to get across here. Basically, there's more to painting than meets the eye. How about that? Take that! Now, I'm using that small brush, which I ultimately regret using all the time, but we are kind of doing some little brush work here, so we are doing that. Okay. There you go. So we haven't put the people are there. There's a bunch of people. Those are the basketball players, and then that doesn't really make much sense. That's okay. Uh, 818-528-4516 is the number. Let's Paint TV. Now that black line is probably too strong, so let's see if we can kind of soften that line. See, we just came back in and softened it with some more paint from the back end, from the other side. But again, how much of this correcting do we want to do? And where do we want, when do we keep some of the rawness or the freedoms that we have afforded, we have created for ourselves? When do we allow that to take, to show up, instead of closing the doors? Why do we close the doors all the time in our freedom when we paint, when we create? Why do we have to? Because we want perfection. We want to prove to everybody how great we are, don't we? It is something that is somehow instilled in us from a very early age. But don't you understand, people? Don't you understand that has problems? That idea is why a lot of us stop. A lot of us stop because of that. When we could have been free. We could have been free all along. You could have been free all along, guys. No, got to be perfect. And even I, right now, I'm saying that I'm also trying to correct. So I'm kind of countering my own statement here, and maybe I should be more aware of the freedom that we have put forth. Are they standing on a plane? I thought it was like a Spanish-style house with stairs at first. Yeah, they are. That is right. They are standing on a plane. It's a 747. Let's put that in there. 818-528-4516 is the number. We are just slowly getting to the end of another exciting program here. I'm going to try to finish this off, though. 7, 4, 7. It's more blue that I don't have blue there, but that's all right. Okay. $747. All right. And then we got some people there. We can work on the people, and let's get some coloring on the, so it's kind of they kind of have a green jerseys here. They're kind of green and yellow. Where's my yellow? I don't really have much yellow. Let me get some more yellow over there with some green. Okay, that's coming along. I could probably count them and really analyze them better than what I'm doing right now. But I want to keep, guys. I want to keep the child in me, in a sense. Standing by one of those stairways going up into a plane. Yes, that's right, Chris. But I want to keep the child in me. I want to keep the child that's in me in this painting. And as such, I want to keep it maybe a little bit off, a little bit, but also I'm looking at the shapes and the different things that pop out more so than anything else. That though, I also need to put some more fresh paint down. It looks like. And this guy here, it's a tall, he must be the coach or something. It goes way high. I'm gonna have to reload with some paint here. Boom. 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 Okay. And then he got some long legs. I didn't really get it right. That's all right. It's all right if you don't get it right. It's okay if we don't get it right. It's all right if it don't work. Keep plugging away if you can. Sometimes it's hard to know, why should I bother when it ain't working? And I say, keep plugging away, guys. Keep hacking away. And things can break. They can break for you. A lot of times in painting, I find it can be a struggle in terms of finding out what is going to happen in terms of what's going on, and then not until the very end does it start to break in favor for you. But you got to stay in the game for that to happen. You can't just give up, guys. Don't just give up right now when it ain't looking right, when it's not quite happening, when you're struggling. Don't give up. Keep hacking away, and you'll be surprised how things start to break up for you as in terms of making sense with what you're trying to do. Even though it is now, we haven't wiped away nothing yet, but we could, as we keep plugging away here, we could be doing just that. Well, these are basketball players, and so I don't know if I think I'm assuming this person is the coach of the team. Heads will roll. Heads will roll. Let's go back to the lettering. I'm going to put the lettering in now. And then, in a weird sense, once we do that, we could almost say, hey, we're done. But we're not. I don't think we're done yet. I want to do some fine tuning. But again, be careful with the fine tuning, I think, Sometimes it can be more, the overworking aspect of things can kind of get into play here, which could be fine. The reward can be there, in at least in a, at least I would say, first of all, we don't know what happens, what we end up doing, how it's perceived. We never really know exactly where that is, how that becomes a perceived, looked upon, appreciated. So a lot of times stuff is appreciated based on, and this is why I'm always always at war with or fighting against, but most things are always, when it comes to painting or other creative forms, most things are appreciated initially because of perfection, of accuracy, well crafted. And I'm here to say, guys, that is not the only route that we need to take in creativity land. There is more to being an artist, to making art, than just being a good craftsman. Fuck that. Screw that. That's all neat. That's all fine and dandy. And it helps. And you can fool a lot of people with your perfectionism. No doubt. With your accuracy. Oh, that's a beautiful painting. That's a beautiful painting. Yes, isn't it? Oh, you really got that just right. I like how you made it look exactly like what it's supposed to look like. I like how you got that little clever little flair in the paint. The mannerisms is all perfected. It's all crafted. You crafted really well. Wonderfully crafted stuff. Slick. Wow, it's so slick. It is so slick. I love it. So beware, guys, of only letting let your guard down, guys. All right, that's what it gets down to. Let your guard down and fly your freak flag when it comes to creativity. All right, that's the whole show. That's the whole show, guys. In a nutshell. Snap out of it. Snap out of your perfectionism when it comes to creativity, and for that matter, life in general. Will you snap out of that? It would be a lot better. Life would be a lot better. Our existence as fellow human beings would be a lot better if we could just free ourselves from that. All right, we are all over the place here at Let's Paint TV, which is good. That makes for something that we don't necessarily always know what it's made for, but we're making it. Possibly. These are checkered pants. These are plaid pants. This sports card, this basketball card, is from the 70s, by the way, or maybe early 80s, actually. All right, I'll look. Let me see what year this is. This card. Does it say? It might not actually say. 1975. 1975. Okay, let's go back to the. Do we have a call? Is there a call? Okay, no calls yet. Okay, that's fine. We can do the show without any interaction. We can just basically talk to ourselves for a whole hour. But I know you're there, and we see that. And thanks again for being here. It is Let's Paint TV. You know, by the way, we are here every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon, unless I have something better to do, which Lord knows we try to have better things happening in our lives. But until that happens, until there's a better pasture to lay our hat on, we are here for you Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon. So I'm going to try to keep some of the. There is a tendency, again, the perfectionism, and I talk shit about perfectionism, and yet I am part of the problem when it comes to that. I participate in that as much as really anybody, and have been. But I got to say, I'm aware of it, and I have achieved some form at times, maybe not so much. Have not displayed. I don't always display that here at Let's Paint TV, but you know, on my own or over the years, I have figured out how to do things that somehow accurately show some form of crafted ability on my end. So I have sort of climbed that mountain. But I've also discovered that there is more, and there's more. It's a new path as an artist, a new direction when you free yourself from the chains of reality, of perfectionism. Maybe it's not for everybody. But I'll tell you what, for all you that gave up on art because of it, without unknowingly knowing that's what the problem was, this is your opportunity to free yourself from that. Okay, let's try to spell out Seattle. Seattle. Now, if you're going to do uptight lettering and stuff and detail work, I would recommend do it towards the end of the painting process, so you kind of warmed up your arms. Your hand-eye coordination is somehow better off in some ways as opposed to at the beginning. But you know what? Also, there's other reasons why you want to do your details at the end, and that's because I'm a big fan of blocking in your what's going on, as opposed to blocking in first, and that's with big shapes, and that's what we did. We blocked in big shapes, and then we added and fine-tuned. And we still got a lot of fine-tuning to go here, as you can see. But while that happens, again, you have a better feel for the paint, and the things start to flow a lot better. I find that to be. Guys, that basically is where we're at here today on the show. I'm going to stick around and keep painting. I'm going to shut up a little bit, most likely, and try to finish this painting. And so if you want to stay around, feel free to stay here a little bit longer, but I'm just going to say goodbye to you. It is 12 noon here, Pacific Standard Time. Thanks again for being here. Let's Paint TV. We'll see you tomorrow again on the program. Bye-bye, everybody. Go to letspainttv.com for more information. And if you'd like to donate to the program, you can do that, or buy a painting or two. You can do that all there at Let's Paint TV. Bye-bye, everybody. So just pointing out again how I actually like the raw canvas still showing through, and I want to try to keep that if I can. I clearly exfoliated my brain here today. This is tedious, this stuff here. Okay, let's get Supersonics. Soup or salad? So this is not going down as easy as I wanted it to, the lettering and stuff. But I'm going to go further with it. I'm not going to get bogged down and try to get all the lettering correct at the first go. I'm just going to keep going and then come back. And then we'll fine tune it. Add some more white. Okay, gotta blow my nose. Just gonna take a little break here, guys. Anyway, the show's over, but I'll be right back. We'll stay on. We'll still live. Stay live.